Hey, what's up, everybody? We live this talk of the town. Bucks ain't here right now, but we got Philly artist Israel Angel in the building.
Yo,
Come here, got a big comeback coming out. He kind of away from the scene for a second, but he here to clear the air. Hear his new
like a
song.
motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah, we played his new song, Condolence. So y'all can hear that. Is that all by live? I see people tuning in here though. Go to my YouTube.
That song was just so you know, that song was an accident. I hope you know that.
Nah, it's a banger though.
Like
It's
I'm
a banger
serious.
though.
I played the beat. I played the beat. I didn't even expect it to come out. I swear to God. Like I'm just standing in front of the mic. I don't know where that shit just came out. Like I swear to God.
Yep, it's on YouTube. Hey, if your friends can't see it on Facebook, tell them go on my YouTube channel. It's live on there.
But I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So if you see it, and it's definitely live on my YouTube channel.
But
I like that better anyway. Facebook's too nosy.
oh yeah, yeah. Nah. Facebook
We got
Federal.
6 people live right now. Shout out to everybody listening too, man. I've been waiting for this interview, bro. Like real shit, my nigga. Like I've been waiting to just chop it up with you musically because we got to talk for a second about this music shit.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
play
for
whatever.
sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna play whatever for y'all too, because this joint going up. And this was an accident, by the way. This was an accident too. He just played this bitch and just
I
went in
swear
on
to
this
God,
shit.
yeah. I
Yeah,
swear to God. I just played this
yeah,
shit, bro. Started spitting. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit was that was dope though. Like I said, I wish we could have got a whole tape in, bro. I really wish
I
we
wish,
you know,
bro. I
that
wish.
was
We
Thanksgiving,
could. We
right?
still could, man. We still
Oh no, we
could.
are. We are.
For
No,
sure,
we
for
are.
sure.
We
That's
are. That
definitely
was
gonna come.
yeah, that was on Thanksgiving, so I know both of us like we had shit to do that day. That was random. TCO had hit me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, TCO hit me. Here you go. But hold on, I'm gonna play this for them too so they can hear this too. Bro got some shit, like I said. It's basically his song. I just jumped on. He gave it. That was a freebie. That was a freebie, and I appreciate it.
It was worth it.
Nah, it was worth it though.
Hell yeah.
It was worth it. It did some numbers for me, a different sound for me, bro. Here go Bucks.
Yes, sir.
There we go. We just play. You ain't missing nothing, Bucks. We just playing this music a little bit, bro.
You sound like that. Can a nigga get in the fucking? You saying backstage like a groupie.
Oh, I put free game. It's not free game. We talking to town with Ezra Angel.
Angel's good, baby.
What's good? What's good? I've heard a lot
Good to meet
about you,
you,
my
man.
boy. Heard a lot about
Good to
you.
meet you, man. You too, man. How's it going, brother?
Man, it's going. It's going. It's going.
I'm gonna tell you this now.
One way or another.
808 Mafia, if y'all get together on the engineer tip, y'all 808 Mafia type status, bro. Both y'all.
Bigger than
Both.
that, man. With the
Yeah.
biggest, man.
Bigger
Down to
than that.
collab
But you know what I'm
whenever.
saying? The
Whenever.
new and improved.
You know, I'm with all that shit, bro. I mean, like, you know, I heard nothing but good things from bro, man. I mean,
Shit, appreciate that.
I
Yeah.
don't know about none of that shit. You heard?
That's what's up. That's what's up. It's good to spread the positivity, bro. Always
That's
good. Always
that's
good.
what we about, man. You know.
We're gonna get into it for the folks, man. Tell everybody who you are, man. Introduce yourself to the people that don't
Shit,
know
my
who you
name.
are.
Shit, my name. Some people know me. Some people don't. I'm surprised niggas even know me. Shit, Ezra Angel, bro. Ezra Angel, man. That name will stick. I guarantee you that. One day, I know that name will stick.
How'd you come up with that name, bro?
All right, where you from, bro?
Shit, I'm a Camden baby, but I was raised fully in Philly.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know. My mom was in Camden. I was born in Camden. 3 days later, I'm in Philly. So it's
how was growing up Philly? What was some of the day-to-day struggles of growing up Philly? I know that's a little bit of a rough place to grow up, bro.
Man, it wasn't even day to day. It was minute after minute. It's like, you know, it was just nothing but Section 8 housing, EBT, trying our best to get to pantries. It's, bro, Philly life, just growing up there just wasn't it. I'll guarantee you that. The life was just not the shit you had to do at such a young age to even get through. You feel me? No, bro. Like I've had niggas tell me like, yo, like I'm older than you. I've been through that. I'm like, just because you older don't mean nothing. You feel me? Like, bro, I was 12 doing a bunch of shit that a bunch of adults were doing. Like, bro, I was doing so much shit that I can't even speak on. But it's just doing that shit at a young age just to get by, bro. That'll mature you at an early age, my guy. And
For
it
sure.
was struggle, bro. Nothing but struggle and hustle, bro, just to get by.
What up, Dez? I give a
We
shout
all
out to
been
Dez. I
through
see
that.
Dez in the comments, bro. I just
Daz,
want to
what's
give a shout
good?
out.
Daz,
Hell
what's
yeah.
good?
You on Facebook, bro?
Nah, it's live on YouTube. I don't know why it didn't hit the Facebook. I don't know why, but I might be banned. I might be banned from it. I don't know. Who knows? You never know. But
Facebook
yeah,
bugging,
man.
Facebook bugging.
Yeah, but yeah. So like I said, what brought you to Altoona? What? Because that's where we linked up and met. What
Shit.
brought you there from Philly?
Family, man, family. I went through some shit at one point in my life, and I stayed on my own for a while, and it's just like out of nowhere, I get this one call one day. Grandma calls me up talking about they need help and everything. And, you know, it's family, so I'm just like, fuck it. Came to Altoona, helped them out, did what I could. I just ended up staying here ever since then.
Okay. How you
What
Yeah.
like
type
it?
of
How you like it over Philly? Do you like
Hey,
Altoona better?
hey, hey, hey. At least I don't have to walk all the time, having to keep eyes on the back of my head, bro. So it's like, I can walk down the road and not worry about getting hit by a loose bullet or
Philly a
something.
fucking
It's at
hot
least
zone,
safer.
man.
It's safer. It's safer.
No, I definitely
That shit hot
feel
as
that.
shit, boy. Philly's on
Oh yeah,
fire.
man. In North Philly too, Badlands, man, Zombieland. It's
I feel you. I be seeing
shit.
Kensington documentaries on YouTube. I be seeing
Oh
their little
fuck no!
Kensington stuff.
Don't even get
You
me
from
started
North
on
Philly?
Kensington, North
You from
Philly,
North
right
Philly?
under the L, right under the L.
I got
No,
some
bro,
family out there,
Kensington ain't
man.
it?
Yeah,
That shit
yeah,
ain't it.
yeah. So
Struggle, man.
what since you've been basically on the Altoona scene, I asked everybody, from that scene, what do you feel like the Altoona music scene is missing at the moment?
In my opinion, in all honesty, uh, I guess promoting more. You feel me? Because I've been seeing a lot of artists, just drop songs. You feel me? Record on BandLab, Soundtrap, stuff like that. Some people know how to get by on like Pro Tools and FL, but like they don't promote themselves like that. You feel me? Like
Right.
they mostly just put songs out back to back and all that. No promotion, no shows, stuff like that.
Roll out, man. Every artist
And
need
it's
a
like, but there's a
rollout,
lot
man.
of people. There's a lot of people that are booking shows, giving these artists the spotlight they need. You feel me?
Right.
But I feel like people should invest more in themselves in Altoona. There's a lot
I
of
think so
talent out
too.
here. There's a lot of
I
talent.
think so too.
I feel like investing more in themselves is definitely something they got to do, bro. Definitely.
That's a fact, man.
And speaking of the Altoona scene, I know some of the viewers know me and know us want to know you was previously in a group called the Lords, bro. What was the what do you have to say about that? Are you still with the Lords? Are you by yourself now?
Nah. Right now I'm by myself, and I think it's gonna stay that way.
Okay.
There a lot of shit happened. I still got love for them. I still got love for them always.
Okay.
But lots of shit went down with it. It was mostly me on my part. It's like it was mostly like a mental health type of vibe type shit.
Facts.
So it's like, mental health is something that I struggled with for a while, you type shit and all that. And it's like, I guess mental health and I guess trying to push with music kind of built like a selfish ego. You know what I mean? I got greedy. So it's like I started getting in the bad habits, like I started lying, started hiding, started avoiding people, started doing shit that I wasn't supposed to do. And doing things in that moment kind of fucked everything up for me. Because in the Lord's, like, we were like a family, you feel me? Like, it was all that brotherly love, always this and that. And then at one point, I fucked up. I'll admit it. I'm not afraid to admit it. You feel me? Because, like being alone helped me grow mentally and, realize what I've done and everything.
Okay.
But on my part, I fucked up big time on a bunch of shit. And it's like, I don't blame any of them for the things that were done and said, you feel me? I don't blame any of them. I definitely know that I have myself to blame for the things I've done and things I've said. But it's weird because like it was going on for a while. You feel me? And you know how like there's things you don't want to tell people. There's things you do behind people's backs when you have bad habits. And it's just like I fucked up. And I mean it. I definitely fucked up. But I'll never stop having love for them. You feel me? Like they're good people. They're doing a lot of shows now. They're doing good.
Facts.
Shout out to them most definitely. But I fucked up. I'll admit it. I'm not afraid to admit it. I fucked up big time.
I'm glad to hear you take accountability, bro. I'm glad to hear you be a man to take
a lot of people
accountability.
can't take accountability, man.
I tried to hide my accountability at one point too. I'm not afraid to admit that. I tried to hide it. I tried to lie my way out of things. I tried to avoid it. And it's crazy because at that point, like I knew they were trying to help me. You feel me? Like I knew they were trying to help me, but for some reason I just didn't let them. I didn't bother. I didn't let them in. I just kept shutting them out. you know, shunning them, lying, doing all that bullshit, all that childish shit, man. It was immature and unnecessary. I'm not afraid to admit that. But
Okay.
being on my own for a while definitely made me realize that I fucked up. You feel me? And I always have respect and love for them. Always, though. Always. They're
Do
good
you
people.
see do you see yourself working with them again?
Uh, in all honesty, in my opinion, based off how things have been going and everything, not really, not in the near future, not yet. I don't know. Do I want to? Do I want to? Yeah, for sure. I always got love for them, and it's a bunch of talented people. You got ASAP, you got Quick, you got Chosen, Puma, especially Puma. Man, Puma's coming up.
Hell yeah.
Bro, that boy could dance, that boy could sing, he could
Shout
rap.
out to Puma.
Bro,
Yeah,
that
shout
boy
out to
got
Puma. He
vocals,
got a
yeah.
he
Nah,
definitely got a lot going
Puma,
on. Yep.
I definitely had the most respect for Quick, Puma. Chosen was always on my ass. He was grinding, bro. He was locked in. So shout
Yeah.
out to him for sure. But I always have love for them, always respect and all that. But working with them at the moment, nah, I don't see it happening yet. I don't see it.
Now I just ask
Yeah.
this, bro, like for real, listening to some of this shit that hearing some of the stuff they had before and hearing them with you, bro. I was like, you seem to bring out a good sound in them. Y'all had a good thing going to me. Like I said, personally, they've heard me say this. Like sometimes it's the bigger picture, bro. And you brought out a side of them, and some people, like I said, even TCO's mixes, even some of these guys, other music I've been hearing, the mixes became better and the sound became, more appealing. Respectfully, I don't mean to
Yeah, I
disrespect and
heard
have
heard
good
nothing but
shit,
great
but
music from them guys and
yeah,
you as
No,
well.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then like
yeah.
but
I didn't
I'm
even
not
know
yeah,
gonna
who you
now
were,
lie.
but they
At
said you
one
were the man
point,
behind the
I
scenes.
did get
Yeah, man.
greedy though. I did get greedy at one point. I got selfish at one point.
and what do you mean by
Even
that? What do you mean by that?
when it came to making their music, like we were a group type shit. So we're supposed to work together and shit like that. You feel me? At the
Right.
time we were a group, and it's like I'd always put myself at the end, last verse for some reason. And I know it was a selfish move all the time type shit. But it's like, I don't know, you feel me? Sometimes I got jealous, sometimes I guess, here and there. And it's just like I guess I just let my selfish ways get ahead of me and definitely fucked up on that part. But I'm
Nah,
definitely taking accountability for that. You feel me? Definitely.
yeah.
So
Now it's a tough thing to juggle when you in a group. Like I said, some guys I was rapping with, and sometimes everybody don't see eye to eye, or everybody's schedule ain't matching, and sometimes it just get a little bit. Like I said, egos. Everybody got. We keep saying ego. We gonna bring that up. Like
Oh yeah,
everybody got
yeah.
that ego as a rapper, bro. Like you got to be selfish, but you got to be a team player. It's hard. It is hard to balance, bro. For sure, for sure.
yeah, you can't always put yourself on the back burner, man. You got to come first, man. And
Yeah,
then,
you can.
especially when
Yeah,
it comes to mixing and mastering, bro, you know, you can't always put yourself on the shelf, bro, or you never gonna rise, man. Word.
I
yeah.
feel
I
that. I
see
feel that.
you. I see you. Got some new picks up with United Divided. You got some new music going on. What's up with the music, bro? You've been on a break since I
Shit.
last talked to you.
Uh damn. Nah, I mean I dropped an album, named Freedom. Um I had a few projects planned, but I don't think I'm gonna drop them just yet. I do got a new song coming out on the 31st called Underwater. That's definitely something I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
And then I got video shoots coming, music videos definitely coming,
Okay,
visuals,
that's what's
something I
up.
haven't done. I haven't really done visuals for myself and shit, so visuals are definitely coming out soon, for sure, for
How
sure.
you go about rolling? Like, say you say you dropping a song, so how you gonna go about your rollout for that?
Shit. At the moment, I don't know yet. Because it's like music that I'm dropping right now is shit that I had in the vault type shit. You feel me? Haven't really been working on anything new, but I plan on it. Definitely plan on it. I got a lot of ideas cooking up. I got lots of lyrics in my notes, beats ready. So I mean, there's a lot coming out soon, for
Oh,
sure,
you
for sure.
make beats. For the people that don't know, just because we played your music, you make beats too, right?
Hmm.
And you engineer as well. What do you enjoy the most? Because you do all three. You produce the music, you make the beats, and you rap.
Shit.
So what's the best
That's a
process? What's
million
the
dollar question
funnest
right
part?
there.
Yeah, what's the funnest part of the process for you, bro?
The funnest part, I would have to say the engineering. I
Mm.
feel like putting everything together is what makes the magic work at that moment. So I feel like engineering is definitely where I found my spot. You feel me? Being able to like make the beat bump, make the vocals, put in effects, mix them and shit. That is where the creativity came out the most. So definitely that's the most funnest part, in my opinion. Yeah, for
Yeah,
See
I
sure,
me,
for
because
sure.
definitely.
I
I
do the
like your
same
music.
thing, bro. I feel like making the beats is there for me, bro. Like it's just something about making the energy. I mean, like creating that vibe. I mean, and just moving a room. I mean, like seeing a room move to your beat, bro, was just a power in itself. I mean, like that shit crazy. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
I got another question that's been on my mind too, bro. Because my own selfish as an artist, what is the word out on your studio, man? What end up happening with that, bro? We talked a little bit about it off camera, but because I personally, whoever has this guy's shit, I'm at your top two because I got a song in his vault. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
It's
I
with
don't know really.
TTO. And
I don't know. My shit just I don't know. I know I came from the hospital. I ended up staying with my grandparents for a while at that time. And I went to go pick up my stuff because I was just getting out of that house and shit. And I don't know. I just went in, my stuff was gone, and I mean I don't know. I don't know. Like I've had people tell me like accuse me of just stealing my own shit, but I don't see why I would do that. You feel me? But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Wherever my shit's at, wherever it's at, I mean, better put it to good use at that point. Because
we got a bounty on that thing, though. We got a bounty on that thing. Nah, real shit, because that's a setback for you, bro. I mean,
shit,
it's a setback
I wouldn't call it a setback. In my opinion, I wouldn't call it a setback because, like, I feel like the shit I went through definitely needed to happen for me to grow mentally and grow as a person. So I feel like me being able to start fresh, start brand new is definitely something I needed for sure.
Oh no, sometimes, bro. No lie, I've had you utilize my iPhone, and I threw my iPhone out about 2 months ago, and it just made me get better as an artist. Like real shit, like fuck that shit. I got some of it back, but it was like fuck that shit. Let me go ahead and go harder now, cause motherfucker, you know what I mean, I done lost my shit. You know how this shit get, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Niggas. Anybody in particular in the that you looking to work forward to collabing with?
Shit. At the moment,
yeah, who
I don't have anyone in mind.
You don't got
I don't have anyone in mind. Nah.
It ain't nothing, bro. You got a
I
versatile sound.
I feel like I was focused more on like features and collabs for a while. So I feel like being able to do solo for once is like something I should do. You feel me? Because I haven't been doing solo a lot. So yeah, I feel like solo is definitely something I got to do.
And just because I wanted, you had your shit going on, but I wanted to perform with you. What's going on with you performing out here? Is there any way to look forward to you performing out here? Do I got to get you on the roster with me? What we got to do, bro? Because I think you got some music folks need to hear, bro. And that's just real shit, bro.
Shit, no, I don't disagree with that. Performing, I don't know yet. I don't know. Am I looking forward to performing again? For sure, yeah. Okay. But at the moment, I don't know when. I don't know where. But whenever it happens, wherever it happens, I'm ready.
All right,
I'm ready. Right.
Now, me and Buck's gonna try to work on getting some artists that ain't getting the chance, you know what I'm saying, to get on
proper
some
shine on
just to get their shine, give them a shot just like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody else need a shot, whether you agree with it or not, you know what I'm saying? Everybody needs a shot. Real shit, bro. It's
for sure. Everybody deserves a spotlight. Yeah.
There's a couple artists on the shelf that need to hop off that shelf and get busy again, man. Because there's a lot of dope talent out here, bro. Like I can name like on both hands, like niggas who got it. I mean,
I was talking to Amin about that actually. I feel like there's a bunch of talent out here that isn't being shown. I feel like a bunch of artists should definitely be invested in or invest in themselves for sure.
What's your advice to them to the artists that's starting out around here? Like, what do you give them as a piece of advice to follow as far as like what you think that could help their career, bro? If they was listening.
Persistence. Be constant. Most definitely be constant, because it definitely in the music scene, music industry, like you could be constant. The second you pause, it could all go away. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So it's like you could release one song, keep promoting that shit. Then the second you stop promoting, you see your numbers coming down and shit. You feel me? It's like I feel like definitely consistency, being constant in your work. Keep going, grinding, lock in is definitely something you got to do. That's something that I lacked in back then.
I don't mean to cut you off. The comment section going crazy. Hey, Dollar Bill, big shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. You with your birds of a feather comment, bro. You know who I am, and you know who I am, bro. So you can do and act accordingly, bro. Please, bro. And I'm not even for the internet jokes and games, bro. But I'm trying to be respectful, and I'm up here to do a job, and that's what I'm here to do, bro. And don't ever think I'm gonna do anything less. Don't ever think that I'm gonna do anything less. Like I said, we got the next show April 25th, and we'll be on that roster together. And anything you feel like you need to address with me, please address to my face and stay off the comment section with the negative feedback. Please. That's all I want y'all to do. That's it. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I got
you good.
Because I don't.
Bro. Like
people have a problem with a lot of things in life, but guess what? They know how to keep scrolling, bro. Keep scrolling, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, back to what we was talking about.
How you approach writing, like, I mean, lyrics that resonate with your audience. I mean,
what do you mean in writing? Like in music?
Like like lyrics. Like
lyric wise, the way I come up with my lyrics is kind of stupid in a way. It's like when I listen to a beat, I mumble. Like I swear to God, I be mumbling flows here and there.
A lot, bro. I hear that.
And then like I'll record the mumble, or sometimes I'll just keep it in my head, and then that'll help me keep the flow and everything. And then that's when I turn that mumble into lyrics and all that. Yeah, that's how my lyrics mostly come out. Yeah, for sure.
It's different when you got a studio. You know what I mean? Like you got all the time in the world to do so. So you know what I mean, like that's not even crazy at all, bro. I know like 5 artists that do that shit. Young Thug do that shit. Future do that shit. You know what I mean, like.
There's a lot of artists that start off like that, and they be coming out with good music.
Yeah, some of the best people come out like that, bro.
Anything else you got for them, Bucks? As you got in your mind, I got more questions, but I just want to know if you got anything on your mind.
Bro. I mean, I'm just going off of the vibe for real.
Man, like I said, shout out to Angel. You got us live going crazy, bro. Real shit. Like
I'm dead, yo.
Nah, real shit. Like I said, shout out to everybody in the comment section, man.
I'm sitting trying to be nosy.
Yeah, we love y'all. We love y'all, and you know, like I said, bro, I wanted you to come up here, like I said, to just speak on a lot of the shit that was surrounding, you know what I'm saying, your name and the show scene. I just wanted to kind of give you your opportunity, bro, because a lot of people like I said, man, everybody know this about this little scene. It's a little bit cliquey, and everybody has their view of things. And I'm an outsider looking in because I'm not from here, bro. So I'm just coming new to the scene. So I feel like, you know what I mean, you got a chance to speak your piece about what's going on. Is there anything else you want to clear the air on that you want to like make, you know, known to the fans or to your folks that's listening?
Shit, most of all, like I said before, I fucked up, and I'll admit it. Like I'm not afraid to take accountability for it. Like I said already, like I like when it comes to shit that I've done and said, I mean, there's no taking the shit I did back. You know, there's no taking the shit I said back at all. You know, what happened. I wish I could go back and, you know, start over here and there sometimes, but I can't. You feel me? There were things that I've said and things that I've said that like could fuck shit up. Like very aggressive shit. Definitely the people that you know that tried to help me, tried to be there for me and shit. That I made threats. I ended up lying a lot. Went behind their backs, did a bunch of shit. The girl that I'm with right now, we went through a bunch of shit, and I faced my problems for that. Just a bunch of shit that I did and said, bro. And it's just like it hurts me till this day that I did that shit. You know, I mean, me personally. Whatever anybody got to say about it, whatever they still think about it or feel about it, you know, that's them. You feel me? But I know how I feel about the situation. I know what I did. I know what I said. You feel me? And it's just like, I wish I could go back. Like I said, I was in a bad mental space, and I fucked up, bro. I fucked up big time. Broke up a family that I could have had forever. You know, people that had my back 24/7, people that supported me, people that helped me when I was in tough situations. Like when I was homeless, I had people that helped me at the time, let me stay at their crib, you know, eat at their table, you know, be around their family and shit. And it's like I fucked that all up. You feel me? I fucked that all up for myself. And do I regret it? Yeah. I wish I could take it all back. And, you know, apologies only go so far. I can't just apologize and expect them to forgive me, you know, everything go back to normal. You feel me? But
I mean, for what it's worth, bro, like I said, to anybody who's listening on his end, like I said, you reached out to me privately, you know what I'm saying, in my DM, and that's why I wanted to do the interview with you, because you said that, you know, you felt like I felt like you were taking accountability for whatever it was. I'm not all in your business. For whatever you know the issue was, I felt like you were reaching out to me, and you were like, you know, you were like, bro, when the time is right. I remember you telling me something like, you know, you're gonna make your apologies and you're gonna do, you know, try to fix it best you can, but it might be broken where it can't be fixed. mixed, and that's why I wanted you to kind of voice your opinion. And everybody ain't gonna like your apology, bro. And everybody might not accept it, but at least
definitely a lot of damage I've done. Definitely a bunch of damage. Definitely.
I can only hold you accountable for my experience with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be real. You came in the studio, you mixed me down, you gave me free, let me ride TCO's free studio session, you gave me a free beat. I can only say what my experience it was, bro. I mean, yes, I've heard shit because guess what? This is a small little area, bro. We all hear shit. But guess what? I ain't gonna hold that everything against you. How? Because I've done shit that to people that, bro, would say that, bro, this dude's a savage. Real shit. And that's shit that my apology means nothing to. My apology means absolutely fucking zero to them. You know what I'm saying? As much as I could apologize till I'm blue in the face, and guess what? They might not fucking accept it, but at least I tried. And like I said, I even told your group mates, like, bro, I think y'all had a dope vision. I think the vision of it was something like, I know Harold was big on Wu-Tang, like a Wu-Tang 2.0 type vibe with a newer sound. Where you brought a newer sound and a different sound to the table as far as a lot of things I heard mix wise, for sure, bro, for sure. If nobody wants to give you the credit for anything, I could say this as an artist.
I'm sorry to cut you off. But when you speak on credit, I feel like I shouldn't be the one taking all the credit, man. I shouldn't, because you feel me? Like, yeah, you know, I was engineering, you feel me? I was mixing their vocals. You know, I produced some of their beats on their songs and shit. But I wouldn't take all credit for that, man. Like the lyrics and words and all the creativity came from them.
Oh, for sure.
You feel me? Like I'm the one that pieced it together, yeah. But when we were in the group, like I said, you know, I let my ego, I let my selfish ways and greediness get in the way like a motherfucker. Like I literally put myself at last verse just cause. You feel me? Like I would do some dumb shit, bro. And it was always over little shit that I would lie about, little shit that I do that I knew I was doing wrong, but for some reason I kept doing it. And it's just, it became a habit. It became a habit at that point. And I fucked up. I fucked up on that. There was a lot of projects that could have came out better. A lot of songs that I've engineered for a bunch of artists that could have came out better. But I mean, I let my ways get in the way, and I fucked that up. Not only for myself, but I feel like I fucked it up for a lot of people. If I'm being honest,
I definitely could respect that. And just because you say it, bro, and this was a topic that somebody asked me about. Somebody tried to say that you had been giving away, put like this, you giving away beats or music that's not yours. Is that something that you on or not?
Nah. It's not like that. When it came to me, I would make like covers here and there. I made a few cover songs out there. There was one specific cover song that I didn't mention it was a cover song, but I never said it was my song either. So It's like I feel like that misunderstanding definitely got in the way. I fucked that up. I should have been clear that it was a cover and shit on that part. But my music's always been my music. I don't like copying, like not like, yeah, I take inspiration from a bunch of artists and shit, but I won't ever steal somebody's shit or anything. And if I ever did do that by mistake, then I'm sorry. I don't know whose music I've ever stolen. But I mean, if I ever did, then my fault. You feel me? I don't think I did, but if I did, then my fault, for real. But my music has always been my music. My beats has always been my beats. And when it came to my beats, like, yeah, here and there, I would use like loops and shit. You feel me? I would buy a bunch of loop kits, you know, here and there, this and that. So not all of it was from scratch, but besides that, you know, that, I mean, I always use that producer's tag and shit in my shit. So if you ever hear any beats, you hear my tag and you hear everybody else's tag. I never took a credit for everybody's shit. Nah, I wouldn't have wrong with that.
I use loop shit.
Yeah, now only reason I asked is because somebody in the comment section is saying that you had them on a song that you had taken from somebody else. That's the only reason why I asked. I only asked that because it's in the comment section, bro. And I mean, you made that clear.
Spicy.
Like I said, bro, you know, you a hot topic, bro. You a hot topic, brother. You know,
the one song that I know that people are talking about is this song called "I'll Be Waiting." It's a ballad and all that. It's a cover I made and all that. I didn't put my lyrics in it. I didn't make any lyrics for it. It was a cover song. I don't remember who made it. I can't remember the artist's name, but I know he's an incredible artist. He makes a lot of ballads and stuff. But I made a cover to that song, and I had Puma hop on it. I had Puma hop on it, and I didn't really consider how he would feel about it being affected to cover. you know, him putting his own lyrics on that shit, you know, hearing that. I didn't really consider any of that. But I mean, I had the rights to it. I have the license right. I have the paperwork and everything to it. So it's like, because when I use DistroKid. So DistroKid, they have like the cover license and all that.
Okay, now you are.
So I ended up using that and all that to get permission to do that. I wouldn't do it just cause, you feel me? Okay. But I had the paperwork to do it and all that. And, you know, I mean, I didn't bring up that it was a cover, which I should have. But besides that, I feel like that's definitely something I messed up on that part. Big misunderstanding on that part.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking because you know, like I said, the comments is asking and they really want to know. So
yeah, nah, this shit getting crazy, bro. Nah. Nigga said you gave a beat to a nigga and sold it to another nigga in the group, yo.
I don't understand. Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about that?
Which ones? On what?
Somebody said
you took a beat. You sold a nigga a beat and then sold it to somebody else in the group.
Let me think. I have a lot of beats. That's the problem. I know there's a lot of beats that sound alike that I have, but I mean, to my knowledge, maybe I may have mixed up some beats. To my knowledge, like it, bro, I'm telling you right now, when it came to me and I sold the beats, here and there, I'd forget to take them down off my shit. So when I would show people the beats and everything, I'd forget that either I gave it to someone, I sold it to someone, or somebody already used it if I already used it. So it's like my shit was all over the place. My shit wasn't even organized at that point.
Here's my take on it, so bro. It's like, I'm a producer. I mean,
go ahead.
I go through this shit all the time, bro. Like niggas might lease a beat. I mean, leasing a beat is one thing. If a nigga buy that beat exclusively, then yeah, he own that. But if a nigga just leasing it, go ahead, bro. I mean,
that's different. That's different. Yeah, no, there's the difference between a lease and then buying the exclusive rights to a beat. Yeah, you're right about that. So but it's like,
can you explain the difference? Can you explain the difference for people who don't
know? There's like, for example, I could give a bunch of examples on like producers on YouTube, like beats on YouTube. Like you see people saying, "Oh, free for profit, free stuff like that." Right. Same thing with like my beats. You feel me? So it's like they have these leases where they would have, this lease for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of streams. Mm-hmm. They would have it like, you know, WAV files, stems, stuff like that. And it's crazy because you could buy that beat. You could buy the lease to the beat, but the beat would still be up. The beat would still be up. Anybody else could still use that beat.
Right.
If you buy exclusive rights to that beat is officially sold. That beat will officially just be off record. That beat now belongs to you.
Okay.
So I feel like some people get that mixed up and all that.
Tell them what it come with.
Man,
come on, man. Like,
all right. So they have a bunch of like, it's like a lease kit or like a lease term type shit. So it's like the terms would be like you get the MP3 and you would pay a certain amount. You would get the MP3 in the WAV. You get a certain amount. You get the MP3 WAV and stems, but you still wouldn't own that beat because you still got a lease for it. Now, if you buy the exclusive rights, you get it completely. Now that shit's officially yours. You get everything for it. Producer tags removed. You know, that beat is officially yours once you buy the exclusive rights. But if you don't buy exclusive rights for a beat, you can't expect somebody else not to use it. You feel me? Because like that beat is not officially yours. You didn't officially buy that beat. You feel me? So it's like, you can't.
Let me ask you this. So how it pertains to me, and just because I'm curious. Now, we have that song, whatever. You made that beat. Now, somebody said, I didn't buy that beat.
No, that beat I didn't make. That beat I did not make.
Okay.
That beat I did not make. No, that beat I bought off a lease for a certain amount of streams. I think it was 500K streams.
Okay.
So once it reaches that, you got to let me know. You got to let me know that. Don't skip out on that because I ain't trying to go to no court or anything over a beat.
I got beat lease contracts with people. Now I got beat.
Bet.
I know. I definitely know how it goes. So basically, do you consider? Let me ask you this. So if you were to send out beats to an artist and they didn't pay you, you would consider that a beat lease, correct or no?
Yeah. That'd be a beat lease. That'd be a beat lease. Because like, I could be nice enough. I could be nice enough to let you use the beat for free. You feel me?
Right.
But at that point, you don't officially own that beat. You don't own it. You didn't pay me exclusive rights. You feel me? You didn't make the beat. You feel me? You didn't really pay me anything for the beat. At that point, that's a lease at that point. Now, if you want to make sure that I don't let anybody else use that beat, come to me personally. We'll talk terms. and we'll figure that out. You feel me?
Nah,
but
I can't.
Business.
I don't
know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I said,
music business is a lot of complications and misunderstandings when it comes to shit.
Though, you feel me? Before they start jacking and say, "Oh, I own that beat" or "I bought that beat," like I mean, it's the
nah, it don't work that way. It don't work that way in the music industry, man. It don't.
Nah, I definitely like I said, it's a great area, bro. I see a lot of people get into beat problems. I had beat problems with people. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't be like, dang, I think it's once. I haven't even had where I said people give you a beat,
bro, a nigga used to,
beat or a sample that's not clear
on YouTube and sell me them bitches like they was his, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was nasty work.
Damn, I don't know if he got kicked out or he just left. The comment section got ugly.
That shit started getting spicy.
I mean, I had to even do where I had to address something. I didn't even like, hold on, here you go. I don't like doing that, bro. Cause that's childish. I don't like doing that shit. Here we go. Glad to have you back, bro. My bad.
Forgot to put my phone on D&D. Somebody called me and shit. My fault.
Nah. I had to do the same shit, bro. This shit, you know how this shit go. Like I said, and once again, you got, like I said, regardless of what it is, man, you got the comment section going crazy. It's been one of the biggest, comments.
I haven't even been paying attention to the comments. I didn't look at
it. You can check the comments on the live on YouTube, man. I wouldn't pay him. Like I said, I addressed it just because, what I'm saying, I know people in the comments personally, so I would feel like you could DM me or you could, you know what I'm saying, do whatever with me if you want to. You know what I mean?
We just try to get to some.
Yeah, I just want to know. I brought real shit.
Hot topics.
Yeah, the overall interview was like real shit, bro. I feel like you need to clear the air about a lot of shit that people have been saying about you, because things can be misconstrued. Like I hate to bring up mental health, but like we was talking, like, bro, we're musicians. Mental health plays a big part in what we rocking with, right? Think about how much we like got on our plate, bro. Like every day, like to think about individually. If you're trying to push yourself as an artist, you got to have your social media presence. You got to have your image. You got to have everything going, and then you got to take the time to take care of yourself too, which ain't easy. So, like I said, I want to know to people, how do you what do you suggest for artists that are having mental health issues? What do you suggest for them? Like, what do you what piece of advice do you give them?
Pretty much what I did personally. Take time to yourself, man. Don't worry about what's going on the outside. You feel me? Because I feel like mental health is definitely something you really got to focus on. And if you need help, get help. You feel me? I've been getting therapy. I've been constant on that. But I mean, therapy can only do so much. Medications can only do so much. I feel like mental health is something that needs to be focused on a lot. There's a lot that goes on in people's minds, people's emotions and everything that not a lot of people understand, but you can't really expect anybody to understand. You feel me? So it's like on mental health parts, focus on yourself, man. Build yourself up. Don't rush into things, because that's something that I went wrong in. I rushed in like a motherfucker. You feel me? Definitely take time to focus on yourself and build yourself up mentally, emotionally, physically, in whichever way you can, and then worry about the rest. I feel like being able to put yourself first mentally will definitely play a big part when it comes to the music industry, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I hear, like I said, I'm from an old school generation, so a lot of us really think mental health is like a cop out. But I mean, I get it. I get it. Everybody's experience with it is different. Some more severe than others. So I definitely don't. I don't want to judge you. I'm from the era where they say, "Man, shut up and stop complaining." But you know what I mean? I'm just being real. I mean that's but I know it's deeper than that. Nah, real shit. Like just from talking, my own experiences with life and shit like that. Like I said, we all have our battles, battle our demons and shit like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like I said, one thing about it, bro, when you have demons, sometimes you're gonna lose folks. Like real shit. Like it really is. You're gonna lose people. Like until you can get on top of those demons. Like it is what it is. Some of the people spin back for you. Some of them people never do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got people in my family I done fucked up relationships with. You know what I'm saying? And and it just don't bounce back. You know what I mean? And that's what it be. But it is what it is. Like you said, it sounds like you trying to from me, hold on, bro. And I hate to even ask you about this, because this in the comments. I hate to cut it off, but I'm going to address it. Somebody is saying you put a police report on them. What are they talking about, bro? I don't know. All
right. So it was around the time where I got back from the hospital. Saw that all my shit was gone, this and that. My grandparents went with me at the time because they wanted to clean out the house or some shit with me or some shit. And when I noticed that all my stuff was gone, my grandma was immediately just pressing on me, call the police, this and that. So I called the police. I was like, you know what? Like, you know, I came home, all my shit's gone. You know, I don't know where my shit went. And then the officer, like, he just straight up asked me, he's like, give me any names, this and that. And I was going to refrain from using any names at all. You feel me? Because I wouldn't suspect people that were close to me to do shit or anything. But the officer just kept pressing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it, you know, because it's my stuff. I want to know where my stuff went. You feel me? This and that. And then around the time, I had a bruise on my face. About an altercation that happened. And he asked me, he was like, well, did this happen in time prior or whatever? So I told him what happened, this and that. And then he was like, oh, so that's an assault, this and that, or whatever. And shit just played out with the officer, you know. So I just, whatever reports they made at that point, then well, shit. But me personally, I told them what happened. I told them everything. You know, I didn't lie about anything. I'm not gonna lie to an officer or anything. So I told them everything that happened. I told them what I did, you know, this and that. And I mean, ever since then, I don't know. That's about it. That's all I know. I haven't talked to any of the officers or been to the station at all on anything. So I don't even know if the case is still open or whatever, but that's all I know.
I can see why some people would be hot if you put like this, if you implemented them and they, because I never would do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you might have jumped the gun a little bit on that, bro, because you know you might have implemented some people that was innocent, bro, and that could have caused.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that could have caused them some very serious issues to occur with
major damage. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you know, like I said, my thing is me personally. You know, I did my 10 years in prison, so I never condone in dealing with shit like that. Like, I mean, you are considered a civilian at that point in a way, but I would have probably took that a little bit in my own hands. I would have definitely held that information myself and then just pulled up on people accordingly. Call it what you want to call it. You know,
see, I would have, but it's just in the heat of the moment, shit got to me like a motherfucker, and it's like. Off impulse, I did that shit. You feel me? Like, I wish I could take it back, but I mean, I can't. You know what happened? Shit happened, and it's like I can't take any of it back. I can't.
I feel like I said, that's something that you definitely gonna have to figure out a way to, you know.
So like from the bottom of your heart, bro, you think one of your homies took your shit?
Do you?
In all honesty, no. I don't. They don't seem like the people to do that. In all honesty, like when it came to the group.
Why would you say
in the heat of the moment, man? In the heat of the moment, like all the stress I was going under and shit, off impulse, it just came out. And I mean, shit. I mean, I didn't. And it's crazy because I gave a couple of them a heads up and let them know. You feel me? Like I let them know, like, yo, I just did this, bro. Like I just put in a police report. Like, you know, I'm giving you a heads up, this and that. I didn't give all of them a heads up. I didn't, because in the heat of the moment, everything was happening. Shit was spiraling. So it was like, I don't remember who I gave a heads up to. I can't remember for some reason. I can't remember. But I know I gave one of them a heads up for sure. I know I did.
I'm just asking just because the comment section, like I said, I wouldn't handle it that way. But like I said, bro, everybody makes mistakes, and I don't know. You got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of figure out a way to you know, I don't know. Like I said, everybody live by different codes, bro. I think that you're a younger dude who just went through some wild shit and kind of just didn't adjust properly. Me, if you ask me personally, you know what I'm saying? I think so. I think that's something that you still feel bad about, but you want your shit. You know, you invested a lot of shit. What's up, Bucks? What you talking about, Bucks? What's going on?
This nigga Dad's funny. Like, he told us, so who don't like Bucks and Cash talking to town? Like,
nah, bro, that's what we hit, bro. No lie, bro. This is a platform for everybody. We all on the same team,
bro. We ain't on that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just here to,
like I said, side, man. I mean, ain't no side.
I ain't on nobody's side, bro. My dealings with you personally, put like this. I got a strong streaming more than a lot of people who've been streaming this year, and it's me and you. I mean, that's my job. That was my job.
We here, man. We talking.
Me personally, because I see one of the comments. That definitely caught my attention.
Go ahead and address it.
Fucking Chosen, actually, he said not gonna lie to the officer, but lie to niggas in your group. That is something that I did take accountability on. Fucking whatchamacallit. Fucking he's definitely one that I lied to. I'm not gonna lie, I'll take accountability for that. Being like literally lying to the people in my own group, like that definitely fucked everything up. That was definitely a big toll. At the time that the police report even happened, I know my girl was on the phone, this and that, and I just started saying names, this and that. But besides all of that, like it's like all I'm saying is like I'm not gonna hide the fact that I put in a police report. I'm not gonna hide that fact. You know what happened. You feel me? A police report comes out, the people that are in those names, they're gonna get the report. You feel me? So I'm not gonna hide from that. But me definitely lying to my group, you know, hiding shit from them, just being a dickhead, in all honesty, you feel me? Just definitely fucked everything up. Definitely fucked everything up.
Oh, no, I want to make it clear for everybody is in the comment section, bro. Don't even have to be here explaining nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? He could just let it shit ride and just said fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I get, you know, like I said, you gave me the vibe that you wanted to come up here and kind of, like I said, reconcile what you could. And you know, we're gonna talk the music, we're gonna chop it up and just kick it anyway. But you wanted to, you know, clear the air on that shit. And I think, like I said, I think you handled this shit kind of poorly, but you trying to fix it in your own way. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the way everybody likes, but it's your way of basically saying, "But my bad." I mean, everybody ain't gonna, like I said, everybody ain't gonna accept the apology. I think it's noteworthy that you even came up this bitch to talk about some of that shit that most niggas don't even want to breach the topic of. Like, look at, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm paying attention to the comments, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep my
Paying
focus
attention to that one comment. I'm not afraid to admit that either. Like I told you earlier in the interview, I made threats. I made big ass threats that were like put me in jail type of threats. You feel me?
Would you like to personally apologize for any of that right now?
I can't apologies go so much. Am I sorry? Yeah, I am sorry. But I mean, I don't expect them to believe that I'm sorry. I don't expect them to accept any apology. You know, apologies can only do so much. But I made threats that were like fucked up. Like, I mean, like very bad threats towards families, towards people. Like it was just like I fucked up on that
part.
Was
that? Was that because you were mad, or was that mental?
Bro, I was angry. I was definitely angry. Not even with, not even the group. It was just me. Like I was just angry, and I feel like I started letting out my anger on like the people that didn't deserve it. You feel me? Like it's like when you feel a bunch of anger and shit, emotionally wise, while you're going through some mental shit, you're gonna do shit you're gonna regret. You feel me? You're gonna make mistakes. So it's like I made threats because I was angry. I ended up saying a bunch of shit because I was angry. But it's like letting out that anger on them was definitely not something I had to do. It was fucked up, you know, and I wish I could take it back. But I mean, I can't take it back. And if they want to believe me, they can believe me. If they don't want to believe me, don't believe me. You feel me? People have their own feelings. People have what they want to believe. And that's in their opinion at that point. You feel me? But deep from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I am. I really am.
Yeah, I see the comments.
We in the Brick City, man. Brick City's finest, man.
Okay, hey, yeah, he got to figure out the backdrop. Okay,
Brick City's finest, man. But, you know.
So, like I said, I ain't gonna beat the dead horse like with that. Like I said, you sound like you really trying to move on with it, and you apologizing to the folks that want to hear it, to the folks that don't.
Matter of fact, yeah. ASAP's over here talking about say our names. Yeah, I'll say your names. I don't mind. I ain't gonna hold back. Puma, Chosen, Quick, ASAP's fiance Emily, definitely her. Their families. Puma's girl Stephanie. I'll drop names. I'll keep going because I fucked up. I'm not afraid to drop any names. Like I apologize to all of them. I deeply do. You know, like there were times where I wanted to reach out. You feel me? Like I wanted to reach out. I wanted to text Puma and tell him everything, like apologize and everything. I wanted to pull up and just talk to him personally. Like I wanted to, but it's like deep down, like I couldn't. It didn't feel like the time was right at all. Like I couldn't bring myself to get in my car and just head to them and apologize. I couldn't bring myself to go on Instagram or messages, unblock and start calling, text. Like I couldn't bring myself to do that shit. So it's like, definitely, do I apologize deeply? I do. To every single one of them, all the names that I just dropped, I deeply apologize to every single one of you. I do. I really do.
Yeah, that's real right there.
Yeah, now it take a man to apologize. Like I said, you know, people can say, you know, they'll have their opportunity to speak if they want to come up here and speak to me about whatever they feel, you know, is contradicting to your story. Like I said, my job
is. Let's get back to the music, man.
Yeah, what's up? What's
so motivated? Yeah, man. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you motivated?
Yeah, shout out to you. Hey, your comment section.
My
you got
my shawty just my shawty definitely just brought that up too. I do apologize to her most big time as well. I was in a mental space where I ended up putting hands on her, man. It was that bad. So I put hands on her. That's where originally everything started at that point. At that point, that's where it originally. We'll get to the music. I just want to clear this up real quick.
Nah, please
but,
do.
I'm gonna head in to get my charger soon, by the way. But I ended up putting hands on her and everything. Ended up doing a bunch of fucked up shit. That's when Puma came into play. No. It wasn't Puma first. It was ASAP. We went to ASAP first. We came clean to ASAP. You know, I told him everything that happened. Then after that, we went to Puma, then Quick, all of that. We ended up having a full conversation. And in that conversation, I kept going. Like I kept hiding shit. I kept lying. I kept going in my bad habits, this and that. And it just made everything so much worse. It made everything so much worse. So yes, to my girl, I definitely do deeply apologize for everything that's happened. And for everybody, all the names I dropped, I'm also deeply sorry. Yeah, specifically to all of y'all.
Like I said, the comment section showing you love, and they see that you trying to, you know what I mean, you genuinely mean this shit, man. To the people that count, to the people that's here for you to really see what you got going on, you know what I mean? But yeah, like he said, what keeps you motivated through all this shit you going through? Like you going through, it sounds like you're going through a lot, losing, you know, potentially you're, you know, going through issues with your girl, you going through issues with the group. What keeps you motivated through all this to keep making music?
It's not even making music. It's just keeping me motivated in general to keep going. You feel me? I ended up losing a bunch of people that, you know, the names I dropped, those were people that helped me in situations that even I thought I couldn't get out of. You feel me? Like I was homeless for a while with an ex of mine. I was homeless for a while. And Quick Harold, he came out of nowhere and helped me find a motel. Ended up staying at a motel for a while. He ended up helping me out like a motherfucker. And then not only that, when there were times where we couldn't even stay at the motel, Puma would let us stay at his apartment. Puma definitely looked out for me.
Out to Puma.
And then it's a real one. When I went to get my new house and shit, this and that, when I was going to move into the crib, I didn't have anywhere to stay. I didn't have anywhere to keep my, you know, our dog at the time, this and that. And ASAP was the one that let me stay at his crib. You know, like let me stay. Man. He invited me. Like I stayed at his home with his fiance, his kids, and everything. Let me meet his family. Like I met bro's family and everything. Like we were close, but shit I did fucked everything up. So it's like all those people that helped me out and everything. The shit I've said, the shit I've done. That love ain't coming back. Me personally, I feel like that love ain't never gonna come back. That bond, that connection, I don't think it's ever gonna come back. But deep down, I am sorry. I really am.
A piece of sleep not seen earlier on Facebook, and I posted about it. If that's your friends can never become your enemies unless they've been wanting to be your enemies the whole time, bro. And I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying that's the case, but if it's y'all really fuck with each other, then and you really changing and really mean what you say, then they'll see it, and hopefully they'll y'all work that out.
That shit was thorough, man.
Yeah, because they might be disappointed, bro. They probably, I ain't gonna lie, if I let a nigga stay at my house and I see him wilding out, tripping out, I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna be disappointed.
There's some shit you can't come back from, though. That's what.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. My fault. I'm getting my charger and shit real quick.
Nah, you good. You good. Nah, like, but you start in the process, bro. The process starts with you trying to be accountable in some way, shape, or form, and then your apology. You made what I can respect is, guess what? Whatever you did was in private, but you made a public apology, bro. You came right on here and you apologized where you could a lot of niggas.
You could have got on here, started capping, man.
I could have, but I mean, I don't know. Like if there's things that I mixed up, then I do deeply apologize for that. You feel me? Like if there's anything I missed out on or anything that I misinterpreted or whatever, I do apologize for that as well. You feel me? Because I mean, the people in here, they know what's happened. They they were part of it. You feel me? So if there's anything I left out, then feel free to comment that, and I'll definitely go over that. I don't mind.
Yeah, your comment section. There you go. He said if you feel free to comment and ask something, if you want him to address it, he will accordingly. Or however leave it where it's at. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been as a how old are you, bro? How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm 20.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm a little bit older than you. So in my 20s, I also did shit that a lot of people might not agree with. Real shit. It's not trying to OG move you, but I'm just saying I know that there's people that experienced me at a point in life where they're gonna be like, bro, was tripping. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, some of them people you get to fix it with. Some of them people you don't, bro. But
yeah, for sure.
Like I said, your folks seem to be in here, you know, sticking up for you, letting you know that, you know, your shorty especially, she seems to be riding with you. That's another question. How you navigate with the music with your relationship? Does it take a toll on it? How do you feel about that?
A toll? Shit, no, not really. My girl, at first, no, I'm not gonna lie, we started off bumpy as fuck. I ain't gonna lie on that. Like, I'll be honest on that part. We were bumpy as fuck. And whatchamacallit? She still stayed by my side, you feel me? So it's like having her be there and everything, just supporting me and shit. I guess that definitely motivated me to I guess continue pursuing who I am, you know, trying to figure out who I am, find who I can be, and, you know, eventually see the man I'll become. You feel me? But music wise, you know, she pushes me on that too. She really does. She really does.
Hold on, Puma. Puma's in the live. What question do you want me to ask him, Puma? I'm not trying to avoid. I told you. I try to tell you it's a lot going on. To concentrate on both all the time, bro. I ain't trying
relax, to guys. Relax, guys.
Yeah, I ain't trying to avoid your question, bro. What would you like me to ask, bro? Why are we here? You know what I'm saying? I know that Puma. I know Puma took a lot of what you did personally. Like I said.
Oh yeah. No, I don't doubt that. Puma was definitely. Puma was definitely affected by a lot of the stuff I did. Most definitely.
Yeah, no, I can hear that.
Not only that, ASAP was as well. ASAP was definitely affected by a lot of shit that I did. Not only him, but his family too, his fiance and all that. They were definitely affected. They were definitely affected.
I can hear that. It's outside of music. You know, it becomes personal when you involve people's families and stuff. That beyond the music. So, like I said, everybody processes that accordingly. I don't want to see nothing bad happen to either one of y'all, like physically, because that's just craziness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, there's enough going on in the world, but that's just me. I mean, honestly, that's just me. Because I mean, you know, like I'm from a, you know, place where it's like, you know, everybody has their demons behind closed doors, and I work with people that, you know, especially in the music industry, that might do things that I don't agree with, but that doesn't mean that, you know, they're not a good engineer, they're not a good producer, they're not a good artist. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to navigate that. There's some shit I don't agree with, and it's hard to really you know, hold that balance of.
Damn, bro, I don't know how you feel, bro. Damn, bro. Damn, bro.
You see, man. Hey, man. You know how it's like I said, man. You know,
comment section. This nigga Cass talking crazy.
It's all right, man. You know, everybody, like I said, everybody got their views and opinion, but it is what it is. And like I said, it's a lesson learned, bro. It sounds like you growing as a man from it. Like, if anything else, you learning to, like, you know, navigate it at a decent level. You're not continuing the bad behavior. What it seemed like from the comment section.
Something I want to point out because Puma's saying that we're dodging every comment and shit. Like, I ain't trying to do all that. He's pointing out, let me see. He was like literally leaned on everybody in the group. So please don't think that this man didn't have every chance. He said, so after all that, he went to the cops, you know, that he says I'm playing the victim, this and that I'm putting this sorry act up, this and that. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest with y'all. At one point, not even at one point, it was like an everyday thing. Like, it was like I would apologize for my mistakes, but I keep doing it. You feel me?
Okay.
So it's like when it comes to a bunch of people, they hear me say what I'm saying, but they don't see it. You feel me? So it's like I was definitely in a point in my life where I would apologize, I would say something, I would say I would do something and never do it. So it's like I'd always like apologize for things I've done and just do shit. But I never actually took not even accountability, mostly like take action. You feel me? Like, it's like the things I apologized about, I just kept doing them over and over and over. So it's like I'm not gonna hide from that. That's what I did. That's literally what I did. I kept doing all the things that I apologized for. The things I said I was gonna change, I never changed. You feel me? So it's like people that the people that were involved, the names, everybody in the comments, all the names I dropped and everything, they were there. They witnessed me say I'm going to change and not change. You feel me? So it's like I don't expect them to believe me right now. I really don't, because I can understand from their part why they would see that. You feel me? Because it was always the same thing over and over with me. So it's like, it would look like I changed at one point. It would look like I did, but it was temporary. Out of nowhere, the next day, boom, right back on my bullshit. So it was like doing that shit definitely took a toll, not only on me, but on everybody. Everybody that was involved.
Yeah, it had to take a toll because they're going to feel finessed. You know what I'm saying? If that make any sense, they're going to feel like, bro, keep finessing me. He keeps saying that he ain't like this, and then guess what? You know what I'm saying? There goes your action speaking for you. You know what I'm saying? So you might be doing the right thing by just staying away and focusing, locking in on whatever, and let your actions speak. I mean, if they don't want to deal with you or don't believe what you on, then guess what, bro? What can you do? You're still in the same spot, right? I don't know. That's all. That's why I take it. Like I said, I got a lot of respect for Puma. Me and Puma have had nothing but respectful conversations. Harold, me and Harold have, we've had nothing but, for the most part, good dealings. And MSAP, like I said, me and him are gonna have an interview at 5:30, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be wanting to speak about whatever he heard today. But that's my job. I mean, that's my job, bro, is to give it entertainment, right? And to get clear
our
story.
Our job.
Yeah, I mean,
He said our jobs. He said our job.
Yeah, I mean, it's our job, right? Like, it's like this. Yeah, it's our job. Like, our job is to do the best talk, the best podcast possible, and give an interesting topic. And I felt like I said, I fuck with you musically, so I already knew. Like I said, you have something to offer the music scene here, regardless regardless of what people want to say or how they feel about you personally.
All right, now I want to point that out. Too. Puma's also commenting. He said, "Nigga, you let a nigga named L call us niggas and all types of racist shit right after we left the studio. He even disrespected your girl and you didn't say shit." Now, the fucking whatchamacallit, at that point, there was this one artist, his name's L. Not L, it's 3. His name's 3. 3 was the one that did all the 3 came out, disrespected my girl. At one point, Puma, I can't remember who was in the studio. I know 3 was there. It was Puma, his girl. My girl was there too, unless she was on the phone. I can't quite remember. But the second Puma left the studio, the nigga was all on some bullshit. 3 was immediately on some bullshit. He was like, wow, like that nigga was talking so much, this and that. I couldn't even record, whoop the whoop. Started saying all of that. And I didn't stand up for Puma. I didn't. I'll admit it. I didn't stand up for him. Not only did I not stand up for him, I didn't even stand up for myself at that point. Like I played a hell of a pussy role. I'm gonna admit that. Like I tried to lie my way out of trouble. I tried to lie my way out of problems. I tried to avoid them as much as possible, avoid confrontation. So it's like doing all that shit definitely made me lose a bunch of respect from a bunch of people that, that had respect for me. And then all that respect was just gone. You feel me? So I don't blame him for acting like, talking the way he's talking and shit.
One last question about Puma's topic. One last Puma.
I'm not gonna keep feeding in the shit. Me personally, I'm just focused on myself right now. That's it.
No, fact.
And that's that. Just me, my girl, and focusing on what I could do.
Let's get back to more of that. You said you got an album that you just dropped?
Yeah. The album's called Freedom. It's literally songs that were in the vault. Literally songs that were locked in the vault. I was planning on releasing a bunch of them as singles. Actually, a bunch of them as singles. But then at one point, I was having a talk with my girl about it, and she kept pointing out this one song, and she kept singing it too. So it was like, I'm gonna stick on that, this and that. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put the song out. But then I saw all those songs in my vault, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make it an album. So yeah, that's where Freedom came from. Yeah, that's where that album came from.
Where can they find it at? Where can they find
Freedom? All platforms. Apple Music, Spotify, you name it, you can find it.
Now I wish I would have checked it out. I just went into your YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So I would have definitely checked it out because, like I said, you got it, bro. Yeah, you got a crazy sound. You got where I want to ask you that. Where do you get your sound from? Because sometimes I hear you rapping, sometimes you singing, sometimes you where do you adapt your sound from?
Me personally, I take a lot of inspiration from a bunch of artists. Like I can't say like I focus on like Tupac or DMX or stuff. I'm not gonna say that. You know, because like, do I listen to Tupac? Do I listen to the music? Hell yeah. But first, I never took inspiration from that type of music. Like that music's real, you feel me? Right. But I never, ever took inspiration from it. My inspiration mostly came from like modern shit, like Rod Wave, Tusi, Polo G, you feel me? Like Lil Baby. And it's like, I took a lot of inspiration from that. And then eventually I started looking into like Uzi, like Lil Uzi. I started looking into Cash Cobain, like a bunch of them. And after that, that's where all my sounds came from. Like I just took a lot of inspiration, spread my versatility, and just experimented. That's where all my sounds came from, just nothing but experimenting. Seeing what I could do, see where my range would go. And then that's where most of my projects came from. Just a bunch of creativity.
What's your favorite song off your album?
Shit. If I'm being honest, I gotta say,
nobody ever heard you today and you wanted them to tap into your album, what song would you steer them to?
I would have to say,
shit. Like this song is you, like to a T. Like I mean,
facts.
I would have to say Jungle. Jungle's definitely the one. Jungle was a song that I recorded in my car. Actually, I had my laptop. I had a laptop at the time, and I heard the beat producer. His name's JP. JP Beats. He's a good producer. This and that. I got the beat from him and everything, and I didn't want to buy a lease at the time until I can come up with something. And then Jungle, like I didn't even write it. Like it was just me punching in. Like if you listen to the song, it's nothing but punchings. You can see me going over my lyrics, you know, like going over something I said before. It was all being punched in and shit. And I was in my car, you know, I had my USB mic with me at the time, this and that. I recorded it and shit on FL. And at that point, I didn't think anything of it, you know, because it was just me speaking on like a bunch of shit. But after that, you know, I professionally recorded it when I built my studio, this and that, remastered it. That's where the song came from. Like that song is definitely one of my best songs because like it comes from like a position that I was in that I recorded that song in. And it's like nobody's gonna hear the original version, you feel me? The rough draft, nobody's ever gonna hear it. But if you were to hear the rough draft, you would hear like cars passing in the background. You would hear like people honking their horns and shit, people talking. So it was like just knowing that that song had potential. I guess me re-recording it and remastering it definitely came a long way. So that song, I definitely had to put people on that one. Definitely.
Hey, artist, that's definitely my favorite song. Just because I heard you say it, I've recorded my car too. Where's your favorite place to record?
Shit. At home. At home. Like it's I'm dead. Nah. Hey, a bunch of my ideas did come. Hey, I would wake up in the morning, I'd be sitting there, I'd be writing. I can't hide that. You feel me? But nah. At home, I don't know. It's like I've never have I been to professional studios before? Yeah, but I never let them touch my vocals. I would always just sit there and watch them do their work. You know, this and that. In Philly, my boy Kugo's one of them. He's an engineer in Philly. He's a good engineer. But he's an artist too. So shout out to him. He called me over to his studio once and shit, and I didn't even know we were neighbors at the time. He called me into a studio. I went into a studio. He wanted me to record, and I said, nah. I don't know. It's just something about me that just doesn't want anybody laying a finger on my vocals. You feel me? Because it's like nobody's gonna understand my voice the way I understand it. You feel me? So it's like when it comes to me being at home, being in a silent room, I guess by myself, that's where I can be the best artist of my version of myself. You feel me? So that's where I find most comfort. That's where I find it easier to, I guess, project. Cause like I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like if you enter the studio when I'm at home alone recording, bro, you're gonna hear nothing but voice cracks. You're gonna hear nothing but voice cracks, stutters, you know, mumbling. And it's like I don't want nobody hearing that. So it's like being able to do it on my own. I just give me the most comfort to be able to make my music. Most definitely at home.
Learning the engineering shit, bro. Like nobody could mix my shit how I mix my shit, bro. Like no matter how much I pay them, bro. Like I'd have paid $300 for sessions and all that, bro.
Damn.
Like that's just mixing and mastering, bro. Like I'm not even talking to recording fee. I mean, I done spent 4 or 5 hours in the studio, and you paying $100 an hour. Like, I mean, like that shit. Just bro. When I'm home, bro, it's cook-up season. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way. I don't know. It's just something about people just not. I don't know. It's weird because like there's a bunch of and Altoona, I don't really know much. I haven't seen a lot, but I've heard of Cam with a K in Johnstown. He's dope. I've heard his shit.
Yeah.
But nah, me personally, it's like going to someone that doesn't really know my voice, hasn't really listened to my music, you know, this or that, like not really knowing who I am, just me doing business. It's like, it just doesn't feel right with me. You feel me? Because it's like, they don't know my sound. Like, you're there. You can tell them how you want it. You feel me? You can tell them how you want it, but you can't expect them to do it that exact way. You feel me? So it's like, when it comes to me, it's easier for me to do my vocals because I can envision it. You feel me? If I can envision it, I can make it happen.
Check out your music, bro. That's the only way. If they go and research you, bro, that's the only way. I mean, I research everybody that come to my studio. I mean, come to make sure everything like that. You know?
Yeah, you definitely got something. You got something cooking. And I feel like I said, you got a unique, different thing. You can reach the masses. You got a pop sound. You got a rap
sound.
Appreciate you. I definitely think that your sound can reach the masses. And I think, I think you bring something young to some of us who been rapping a little while. You know what I'm saying? You, as far as your engineer game, you definitely bring something young to the scene. Like, bro's into like I said, anybody who's into the voice effects, beat switches, shit like that, bro's, you know, bro got the ear for that. So like I said, like we chopped it.
Appreciate that.
And I mean, it stood out. Like I said, when you got busy, as soon as we started recording, you got busy on my voice, fixing my voice, doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to tell you much. I ain't got to tell you much, and I'm always down with that. Anybody, I ain't got to tell you. But anybody you want to shout out before we get up out of here, bro? Anybody you want to give a shout out to? And
for one, definitely my girl. You know, my number one motivation right there, number one supporter. You know, she keeps going. Even though I do wrong, she's always there to, you know, check me or see what I'm, you know, help me out in whichever way she can. Shout out to any artist out there that's trying to do whatever they can to make it out. You feel me? Like, you know, it's a lot going around to be the best. You feel me? But I mean, lots of people see it as competition. You feel me? If they want to see it that way, by all means. But I feel like there's a lot of talent out here that could definitely bring up. You feel me? Shout out to my cousin Ski. Ski, he's a good artist. Definitely shout out to my family for you know, always even though I've been doing a lot of wrong, my family's always stuck by me. So I mean, definitely shout out to them. Definitely shout out to anyone that, believe it or not, I'm gonna say it. Shout out to anyone that I've ever done wrong. You feel me? Because they definitely did not deserve that, and they definitely have a lot coming up. Definitely a lot coming up.
Well, we definitely gonna have you back because you definitely, like I said, you had the comment section going crazy. I'm sure you can see some of your group mates. I mean, I'm just being real. You probably see some of your group mates come up here and try to, you know, speak whatever their piece is. But like I said, anytime if you see something up here you disagree with and you want to set the record straight, I'm definitely down for part 2. I think, like I said, we got some music we can get to, and we're gonna talk. I'll DM you about that. And
for sure.
Yeah, appreciate you coming out, man. Appreciate everybody listening. Definitely. I'm gonna end the live.
We gonna chop it up, bro.
Go ahead. Let me know.
Stick around in the room. I'm gonna end the live for y'all, bro. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Stick around, bro. What you up to? Cause I know you on your phone texting other dudes. You can call me dumb or call me stupid, cause I know all of the things that you've been doing. I know I'm not the only one. I know it's not too hard for you to notice everything that I've become. But if you